Good evening, friends. Can you see me? Hi. Please join us as we sing this one. I think we're going to have lyrics, but you might know it. The Spirit of God is upon me. We'll start with that oh, 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 oh. Here we go. Oh, yeah, Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa, woo. The Spirit of God is upon me. Yeah, whoa. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, I used to think that I had to. I used to think that I should. A scripture told me that I had to be good. But now I love because I want to. I love because I am free. I'm blinded by the Spirit. Oh Lord, the Spirit of God is upon me. Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, I don't need any prodding. Oh, I don't need any law. I'm gonna sing with all my heart. God is my all in all. I laid down my burden, and loving God has made me free. I'm blinded by the Spirit, oh Lord. The Spirit of God is upon me, 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 I thought it was my duty, I thought it was my job. Somewhere I believed a loving God would be hard. But loving God is a wonderful, loving God is ecstasy. I thank God for my freedom, oh Lord. The Spirit of God is upon me, 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 the Spirit of God is upon me,
Yeah. All right, good evening and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. And please help me welcome back Laura Bierman. Yeah, we're so glad to have you here this evening. My name is Christine Roth and my pronouns are she, her. I am a prayer practitioner here and will be with you this evening. I'm so glad you've decided to join us today. We welcome all lifestyles and beliefs. No matter who you are welcome here. I want to acknowledge that this service is being held on the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Ute, and Cheyenne peoples. We recognize that this land is rightfully theirs, and we offer our respect and gratitude for their continuing kinship with this place. Our philosophy, Science of Mind, honors the wisdom and teachings found in all faiths, recognizing that each path leads to the same universal truth of oneness, love, and interconnectedness. Again, I will be your prayer partner today and will be available for you to pray with after service, as well as any of our other prayer practitioners who are available. So let's take a moment and say our mission and vision together. Our mission: we are an inclusive community inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision: to support humanity's spiritual growth, creating a world that works for all. So let's take a moment to invite our kiddos up.
God is everything there is, and I'm a part of God. I know that there's love for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and I'm grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer, and so
right, so let's do our announcements. Our first announcement for May outreach. So as you know, each month we dedicate a portion of our tithes to support a local nonprofit making a meaningful impact. For May, we're honored to support the Healing Warriors program, and today we have Tim Eichholz joining us to share more about the great work that they are doing in the community. So please welcome Tim.
Thank you, Christine. Hi, my name is Tim Eichholz. I'm the program manager for Healing Warriors program. We're a veteran service organization. Our primary purpose is suicide prevention. We do that by alleviating some of the stressors of suicide by providing healing touch, craniosacral, and acupuncture for veterans. We also include spouses. We also have a team of client care specialists, so if any of our clients need other services, that group really works really hard on finding them the services they need. It's a wonderful organization to work for. I'm a veteran myself. I've had more pain-free days in the past 3 years than I've had in the past 30 by working with the program. So it's done, it's a personal testament. It's done a lot for me. Every day I see people come in one way and leave a completely different person. So I want to thank you all for your support. And if you ever want to come by and visit, we're literally just down the street, just on the other side is Shields. So if you're interested or you have veterans in your family, please send them our way. We always there to help. Thank you.
Just make sure that doesn't fall off. All right, so we're grateful to be able to partner with you this month. So on the fourth Wednesday of every month, please join Reverend Leah for a wonderful evening focused on recharging your mind, body, and spirit using meditation and guided visualization. So please join us on Wednesday the 28th at 6:30 p.m. in the classrooms across the courtyard. Coming up on Saturday, May 31st, Reverend Leah is leading a special class to help you connect to the divine through nature. This beautiful outdoor experience includes guided meditations, sacred rituals, and connection with the elements, all designed to help you hear the voice of spirit through nature. And knowing Reverend Leah, I'm sure it's going to be absolutely beautiful to do that. So to register for any of these amazing opportunities or to learn more, please be sure to sign up for our weekly e-newsletter. It's the best way to stay up to date with the latest happenings. You can subscribe today at cslnoco.org. And of course, we have the QR code up on the screen, and that will take you to our website to be able to do that. So I invite you now to get quiet. And just take a deep breath and close your eyes if you're comfortable. And on the next inhale, silently say to yourself, centered in love, I choose peace. And as you breathe out, repeat the words again, centered in love, I choose peace. So we will continue to inhale and exhale, repeating these words with each in-breath and with each out-breath. Centered in love, I choose peace. So please join me now in an opening prayer. In this moment, in this time, in this space, I breathe in and recognize that presence and power of the divine, that one life that I call God, that infinite source of all good, knowing that it is the creator of absolutely everything. It is that great, grand love that enfolds all of us, each and every one of us, knowing that we are one with this presence and power of the divine, for it moves in us, around us, through us. There is a space deep within each and every one of us that only knows this presence and power of God. And so what I know for this evening is that as we come together, we recognize that presence and power of the divine. We're able to hear that through Reverend Leah's words this evening, through the music that brings us joy, through the heart and eyes of the people in the seats next to us, through the hands that bring the service together, knowing that it is all the presence of God. It is the work being done through this community right here, right now. And so for this, I give great thanks for knowing that presence and power is here at work, for the power of these words, and for everyone in this community and far beyond. And I just release these words to law, knowing that they are guided in that divine love. For I simply let go, I let God, and I say, and so it is.
I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will my God. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy. Oh, inside there is more than enough, more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there's sacred love. Inside there is sacred love. Inside there is sacred love.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Some of you were here at the annual meeting. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And if you weren't here, that's okay. You're seeing me a second time for some of you. Some of you might be seeing me for the first time. Why am I saying all this? I don't know. Hello. All right, so today we're talking about transforming conflict into peace. You know, conflict is a part of the human experience. We know this. Yes, unfortunately, it is part of the human experience. And we also know that it can be incredibly destructive and harmful. Yeah? I believe that one day that we will experience a planet where there will not be conflict and war in the way that we are seeing it now. So I do have hope about our future, despite what we're seeing in the world, despite what we're seeing in the news. I have hope about where we're headed. And my hope is, my knowing is, that by the end of my talk, you will have a little more hope too about this thing called our planet and humanity. My ex-partner once said to me, "I don't believe in hope. I don't believe in it." Now, I was trying to remember. I remember him saying it, but I don't remember why he said it. But I suspect why he said that is because hope can feel like pie in the sky. It can feel a little ineffective, like, oh, why bother? Let's just hope that it'll happen, hope that things will change, yeah? In our philosophy, we teach that there is a power when we claim something, when we know something, when we declare something. It has a lot of power behind it. It has a lot of energy behind it. Because when we say and claim and know something, we know that it is already done in the mind and heart of God. When we speak it with conviction, as Ernest Holmes talked about, we are speaking it as if it is already done. There's power behind that, yeah? And there's a reason why we speak this way. In our philosophy, there's a reason for it. Because when we speak with conviction in that way, it takes our mind off of all the things that aren't working, and it brings us right back to something is possible here. Something is actually possible here. And when we speak from that energy in that place, we feel grateful. We move into an energy of gratitude. We move into our heart. And then we can actually see it. If we can claim it and declare it, we can see what's possible. Would you agree? Those of you that you're feeling me, you're following me here, yeah? So doing it this way, when we speak this way, it transforms our relationship to the issues in our life. It transforms how we relate to them. It transforms how we see them. It transforms the outcomes of our life. So it doesn't just transform how we feel, it actually transforms the outcomes in our life. You know you're a creative being, yes? That you have the power to actually create in your life. Some of you are like, I think, maybe. Yeah, so we have this power, but we don't believe that we can. Do you know, in The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes talked about our faith being weak. We really don't, many of us don't believe that we have the power to create. We understand it intellectually, but we don't really believe that we can do it. How many of you are willing to admit, yeah, I'm kind of, maybe. Some of you are like, yeah, okay, I don't want to stick my hand up all the way, but yeah. Yeah, and you know, I talked about last week how when we look at the conditions in our life, when we look at the issues and we look directly at them, it is hard to know that something will change when we look right at it. Yeah? It's hard to know that something else is possible in our nation and our world when our hearts are breaking. It's hard to know that something else is possible when anger is rising up inside of us. It's hard to know, yeah? It's hard to be hopeful about certain things when we're looking at all of the chaos and the upset. Eckhart Tolle talked about the pain body. I think this is fascinating. We all have a pain body. And how he describes this is that when my body is upset and raging and furious, somehow I then attract someone else who's also got that same going on. Yeah, so our pain bodies look for another pain body to feed off of and to get energy from. You all know what I'm talking about, right? You've all been there. You're all thinking about those moments. Oh God, yeah, I went south then when that happened and I reacted in that way. And our pain bodies react sometimes, yeah, because of our past, because of all kinds of reasons. And we don't even realize that it's happening sometimes, yeah? We're just in reaction to whatever is going on in our life. And when that's happening, hope isn't even part of the equation, is it? We're not in that energy of hope at all. It seems very far away, actually, in those moments, doesn't it? Abraham Hicks, I suspect most of you know who Abraham Hicks is. For those that don't know, Esther Hicks has been channeling a group of beings that she refers to as Abraham for about 3 or more decades. I saw them in person when I was in my 20s, and it was amazing. She's still around doing her thing. And I love what Abraham Hicks said. They talked about the vibrational scale, how we can't jump from the energy of fear and despair and anger and worry. We can't jump from that to optimism and joy and peace. It's a vibrational scale, so we have to slowly move our way up. If you're in a place of anger or despair or frustration, you can't expect yourself to suddenly be optimistic and joyful and at peace, right? So what they talk about is that we have to reach for the next emotion, the next thought, to get us to the next place. Gradually, we're able to move our way up to joy, to optimism, to peace, and even love. So I think that hope is a wonderful bridge to get us to peace. We all want peace in this world. We all want peace in our lives. But, do you know, it's hard to just jump to peace, isn't it? Especially when we're looking at the conditions, especially when we're looking at what is going on in the world. I watched a wonderful, inspiring series on Netflix recently, and it's called Live to Lead. This is a series that was inspired by the work of Nelson Mandela. A wonderful series, and it's a series of interviews with global change makers, people who have dedicated their lives to justice, equality, and to compassion and to love. They've interviewed people like Ruth Bader Ginsburg before she passed, and Gloria Steinem, to name a few. But there's this one remarkable leader that really stood out to me, and his name is Bryan Stevenson. He's a human rights attorney. And he has dedicated his life to defending the wrongly accused, those who are serving life sentences, those who are on death row for things that they have not committed, crimes they have not committed. One of the men that he helped, imagine this, served 50 years in prison for a crime he did not commit. Not only did he get him released, but he has released 140 people just like him, men and women. I was so inspired by this man and what he said in his interview. I want to share some of it with you because he talked all about hope. Here's what he said. I think we need to all be resolved to push back against the politics of fear and anger. It will lead us into conflict and controversy and war and crisis. There are so many things about which it's easy to be afraid. There are things that happen every day that will make us angry. We can't eliminate fear and anger from the human experience and the human psyche, but we can commit to govern ourselves as organized societies, as communities, as people, as families, in ways that are not shaped by fear and anger. I think we need to be motivated by hope and by love. Your hope is your superpower, he says. Your hope is what allows you to stand up when other people say, sit down. It's what allows you to speak when other people say, be quiet. It's an orientation of the spirit. It's how you stand in the face of adversity and difficulty. So what he is saying is to look at the hard things in our life, to witness what's happening, but to not allow those things to take our hope away. I love that he said that hope is a superpower. I love that. Because hope is the thing that can allow us to move from that hurt and wounded place. It can move us from that angry place. It can move us from that disempowered place. It can move us from that resigned place. Hope can do that. It can be our superpower. Because what it does is it gives us a glimmer of what is possible. Whether that's something we are dealing with in our own personal lives or what's happening in our nation or the world, it can give us a glimmer of what is possible. Desmond Tutu said, hope is being able to see that there is a light despite all of the darkness. Despite all the darkness, there is a light. Yeah? So I believe that hope is the first step that we need to take before we get to that place of knowing and declaring that something else is possible. So hope comes before faith and trust. Hope comes before that place of knowing and declaring. When we have hope, we can begin to see the light. I don't think we can get to peace until we have hope first. We have to be hopeful first to get to peace. Pema Chodron said, peace isn't an experience free of challenges, free of rough and smooth. It's an experience that's expansive enough to include all that arises without feeling threatened. And so to get to that place where we don't feel threatened, that takes some work, doesn't it? It takes some work. We think that we have to wait until there's no more conflict. We think that we have to wait until there's no more war. We think we have to wait until that person's bad behavior stops, and then we can feel peace. then we can feel peaceful. But if we wait until the outside world changes until we feel peace, we're going to be waiting a very, very long time. Yes? Yeah. So as I talked about last week, this work of ours, this spiritual work of ours, is about changing our internal landscape. It's not about what's happening out there. It isn't. Sure, it would be nice, wouldn't it be nice, if the children in Gaza weren't starving to death? I don't know if you know that, but there are children who are dying because of starvation. There is literally no food for them. So wouldn't it be nice if that wasn't happening? And that's just one issue, sure. But as spiritual beings, we need to find a way to get peaceful despite what's going on in the world. And here's the thing, when we do that, when we find ways to get peaceful despite what's going on around us, because we are all connected, do you know that that actually contributes to transforming the conflict in the world and creates peace in the world? Do you realize that you have that power? You have the power to do that? I think a good question for all of us to ask is, do I believe that peace is possible? Do I believe? To ask yourself, do I believe that peace is possible? Do you know, whether we've said it out loud or we've just thought it, but most of us are walking around thinking that peace is not possible in this lifetime. And why is that? It's because of all the things we've seen. Do you know the news, its job is to create fear. That's it. Yes, to inform, but to inform with fear. And so we all grew up with it. You know, I grew up watching 60 Minutes and Nightline and, you know, Ted Koppel and all the things. You know, we all grew up watching it, and we're still watching it, some of us. And even if we're not watching it, it's in the ethers, right? It's just in the energy, the collective. And so it's hard then to not think about the past and where we're headed. So we look at the past and we think, well, look at all that has happened. So I don't understand. How are we going to get to a peaceful place? Because look at where we came from. But you know, the past does not determine the future. It only determines the future if we say it does. This works for us individually and it works for us collectively. So, but we keep looking at the past. Okay, looking at the past. Okay, well, if that happened then and this happened for 50 years, chances are we're headed in that direction again. Says who? We don't have to do what we've always done. We can change that, can we not? We can change that. We can. If we choose, it's always our choice. I think it's time to know something different. I think our planet is asking us to know something different. I think Mother Gaia, I think all the beings that are surrounding this planet, I think those who have a higher perspective, they're asking us to join them, to know that something else is possible. You know, I think it's interesting, all the stuff that is happening. All the things, if you're watching all the stuff that's going on, it's a bit nutso. Yeah, spiritual word. It really is. And yet, here's the beauty of it. I always like to find the beauty in it because it's there if you look for it. It's there, you will find it if you look for it. All of this is coming up to be seen, so that something new can be created. And it's stirring up a lot of people. Watch how many people decide, I'm going to choose a healing path. I'm going to choose to be a teacher. I'm going to choose to be the president of the United States. I'm going to choose to do something that's going to transform and heal our planet. That's what's extraordinary. When there is conflict, when there is upheaval, when there is all of the things, beauty always rises from it, doesn't it? You know this. You know this in your own life. You've seen it, you've witnessed it, you've experienced it. And it's also what's happening now. And if you look for it, you'll see it. So let's know something different. Let's join together to know something different. But I think to know something different, I think Brian Stevenson really has something. When he talks about hope, I think that's really something for us to grab onto. And how he talked about it, how it's an orientation of the Spirit. It's an orientation of the Spirit. Think about that. Because hope, when we have hope, what does it do? It points us in a new direction. It orients us to something else, to something new. When we are in hope, when we have hope, we see the world through new eyes. Yes? We see our lives in a new way. All we have to do is move into hope. Now, I'm not saying that's always easy, because it isn't always easy. But it's that vibrational scale. We slowly move ourselves up, and we make a different choice. The Buddhist teacher Tara Brach, she said, the great gift of a spiritual path is coming to trust that you can find a way to true refuge. You realize that you can start right where you are, in the midst of your life, and find peace in any circumstance. Even at those moments when the ground shakes terribly beneath you. The world is shaken right now. So all of us can begin right here. We can begin right now. We can choose. As the ground is shaking beneath us, to know that we will find a way to true refuge, individually and collectively. You know, the experience of peace takes conscious effort, doesn't it? And choosing it again and again and again. And so we start right where we are. And we try it on. If I were to choose peace in this moment, let me just see how that would feel. I choose peace. I choose peace. Let's just say that out loud. I choose peace. I choose peace. I choose peace. So we start where we're at. And we give ourselves a little grace. Because there's going to be some days when we can't even get close to that. We can't even, where's hope? I have no idea where hope is. I have no idea where peace is. I'm nowhere near that. And that's okay. We're going to have those days, yeah? You know, one of the things that I use to open my heart, to return me back, is music. How many of you love music? Music is my everything, truly. I have YouTube music on my phone. I probably have 1,000 songs on there. I don't know. But what I do is I turn on a piece of music. I found a piece recently that I just keep playing over and over and over again, a piece by Deva Premal. If those of you who know, we saw her in concert a few weeks back. My God, is she extraordinary. So I've been playing this one song. Oh, and if I could tell you what the song is, I would. But anyway, if you ask me after service, I'll pull it up on my phone. But I'll just sit in front of my altar and just play that song and close my eyes. That's all we need to do. We don't need to even meditate for hours. We don't need to even go into prayer. Do you know? I mean, prayer is powerful and meditation is powerful, yes, but turn on a piece of music that brings you back to your heart. Go for a walk in nature. That's another beautiful place for me that opens my heart. We all need to have things at the ready. Really, we need to have our little toolkits ready to go. Do you know? Because life is going to throw us off. Do you know? It's just how it works. Yeah? And then pretty soon that pain body is activated again. Yeah, so what are the things that you have in your life to bring you back to your center? To bring you out of that place of hopelessness, to bring you out of that place of resignation, to bring you out of that place of despair. You can find true refuge, and it's in here. It's not out there. It's in here. It's inside of us. You know, the fear-based news and media, it will continue. Yeah, it's going to continue. The conflict and the wars are not going to go away overnight. But we have a choice as to how we engage with all of that. We can move into the energy of hope. We can move into the energy of peace in any moment. Ernest Holmes said this: "Peace stands at the door of your consciousness and awaits your acceptance of it." You know, we don't have to take a class to learn how to be peaceful. We don't need to take a class to learn how to express peace in our lives. It's already here. We already know how to do that. We just forgot that we know how to do that. I love how we express that. It stands at the door of your consciousness and awaits your acceptance of it. It's already part of our consciousness. It's part of our spirit. So we just need to slow down and feel it. And when things close your heart, because they will, have that little toolkit ready to go so that you can pull on something that opens your heart back up again. So that you can then have hope again, so that you then can be peaceful again. Even if it's for 30 seconds. Every moment when we make a conscious choice to be peaceful, to choose peace, to choose a higher place to be, that makes an incredible difference to all beings. Every time we do that. And we may have to make that choice 10 times in one day, or 20 or 30 times. Keep bringing ourselves back, bringing ourselves back, bringing ourselves back. And every time we do that, we are helping to heal the planet. We are helping to transform conflict into peace. Do you get that? Yeah? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to join me in that? I want to close with a prayer by Ernest Holmes. And so what I invite you to do now, if you're willing, you might have to kind of scoot together. I'd like you to take the hands of people on either side of you. And those online, if you're sitting with your family, grab a hand, or if you're alone, just place your hands over your heart. Know that you are part of this sacred circle as well. So just take a hand, close your eyes if you're comfortable, and take in these words. I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live and move and have their being. I know there is a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern there is infinite harmony and peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of humankind, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. Thus, harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and helpfulness are experiences of all. I now declare that each person, and in leaders of thought everywhere, this divine pattern moves into action and form, to the end that all nations and all people will live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. And so just taking a moment, keeping your eyes closed, Just feeling the energy of the beings that are on either side of you, giving their hands a little squeeze. Just recognizing that we are all in this together. That we as a community have more power than we realize. That as a community, as we gather, as we affirm, as we claim and know together, we can help to transform conflict into peace on this planet upon which we live. I am knowing that as we get stuck in those moments and we forget who we are, that we remember that we can choose hope, that we can reach for the energy of hope, orienting us in a different direction. And knowing that we are never, ever alone. For we have a legion of beings, both physical and non-physical, who are with us, who are cheering us on, who are holding us, who are guiding us, who are supporting us on this thing called life. And I am knowing that peace is indeed a possibility. I affirm and know that peace is indeed something that this planet will indeed experience. For I know that as I speak these words, it is already done in the mind and heart of God. It is already here. And so just imagine that for a moment, that peace is an experience right now of every person on this planet. Just imagine that. Feel the energy of that as though it's already happening. See the smiles on people's faces. Feel the joy in their heart. Feel the love pouring out of them and the compassion pouring out of them and touching every person around them. People are reaching out to one another. People are connecting to one another. People are offering to be of service. People are offering to help and support one another. I know that we are experiencing a world where we recognize our oneness, where we recognize the divinity in another being, in every being. And so from this place, we speak these words powerfully, knowing that they are so, that they are already done. And so with great, great gratitude, we feel that gratitude in our heart. We feel that gratitude in knowing what is possible for our world, what is possible for our lives, what is possible for humanity. And so with that, we simply say together, and so it is.
She always sings about the night. Sometimes you wonder if everything's all right, but the voice is loud and clear and always about something you need to hear. She's the lady of the wind, living and standing in the shadows of once been still. She's making her dreams come true. Fortune's alive in me and you. These are voices, our voices. It's you and me and everything in between. Our voices. We're the fire of the heart, and all of forever in a brand new start, reclaiming what's always been, writing our days on that wind. These are voices, you and me and everything in between our voices. Oh, tell her you need her. Oh, tell her you'd really, really love to meet her. Stomping our feet to the music, wine dripping down from the glass, drawing the possibilities, living through lifetimes past. These are voices, our voices. It's you and me and everything in between our voices. These are voices, our voices. It's you and me and everything in between. Let's sing this part together. It's you and me and everything in between. 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 It's you and me, our voices, God's voices, love's voices. It's you and me and everything in between.
All right. So, as we move into our offering, let's just take a moment to feel grateful for the blessings in our lives and the spiritual nourishment we've received here today. So, we give from a place of gratitude, knowing that God is the source of all good. You'll see ways to give on the screen, online, by text, or by mail. So let's just take a moment now to place your gift over your heart and join me in saying our offering affirmation. Money is God's love in expression. Since it is never withheld from me, I choose to give freely of all that comes to me from the one infinite source.
I release and I let go, and let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle and no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I am free. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love.
All right, so I'm just blessing all that is flowing into our beloved community, knowing that it continues to support our growth and our expansion in all ways, and so it is. Thank you all.
Right. If you are here for the first time, either in person or online, welcome to our spiritual family. We're so glad you decided to join us today. Please know that you matter and we're here to support you. After service, I will be available for prayer up here on the side of the room. We also have prayer requests that you can submit, and our practitioners will take those and pray on those for the week. If you are online and would like to have a prayer, please visit our website at cslnoco.org to submit your prayer requests. So I would like to thank you all for being here today. It's always good to come together in joy and in community and share this time of inspiration and connection. I would also like to extend my gratitude to everyone who helps make our service possible each week. It takes a very dedicated team to bring this service together, so we just give our great gratitude to you for being here. And a special thanks to Laura for being here today for music. Yeah. All right, and so now I invite you all to join us for Sunday supper. Today we'll be heading to a local restaurant, so if you're interested in doing that, please meet at the welcome table to find out where we'll be going today. And Reverend Leah.
Right. So a couple of things. So if you were here at the annual meeting, you heard us say this, but for those that weren't, so we are going to be moving when we find the perfect space. We love it here. It's been a real blessing to be here for 4 years, but we're looking for a new space, and we're looking for a space that we can offer services in the morning. Yeah, so some of you are like, yay! Others like, oh no, I love the evenings. Well, I love the evenings too, but there are many people who have come to me and said, I can't come because it's mornings. We have families that can't come because it's morning, because we don't have services in the morning, so we are going to look for a new space. So our lease is up here at the end of July, and then we're going to be doing month to month until we find the right space. In the meantime, we're going to be moving to our other sanctuary because the size is better for us. So starting the beginning of June, you'll be coming to the other sanctuary, not this one. And then if you want to be part of the committee that looks for a new place, then please sign up. Amber, raise your hand. Either come see me or Amber. We have a sign up. We actually got quite a few people that signed up after the annual meeting, which is amazing. Thank you all. If you want to add your name to the list, see us after service, and you can do that. All right, just wanted to say that, so thank you. All right, everybody, let's stand and let's say our offering, our benediction, and we'll sing our closing song together. Place your hands over your heart, and let's say this together. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. May we be healed, and may we be a source of healing for all beings. Love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is. Thank you, everybody. And grab a hand. Let's sing about peace.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, love come?
We haven't seen those for
We haven't. Reverend Leah said, let's do it tonight because she was talking about peace and stuff. So, yeah, it's making a comeback.